If you wanna be a wonder, baby, come and show it. Tell me what you feel in your heart and your soul. There's nothing I would take for granted. With me, we'll make it through. Takes two hearts to fix heartbreak. We grew apart, I made a mistake, but I'll try to make it up to you, my darling. Ooh. Yeah, I wanna be a real wonder. Heaven lifts me up from under. Wishing I could be somehow stronger now, so I can fight away all the pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wish that I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder. So I can fight away all the pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wish that I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder.
Welcome to the LXC.
Your lights flash glow in the virtual battlefield.
We fight this, I'm here.
Let's go.
Yeah, they have nothing left. Should be pretty free.
I'm on Ziggs.
I'm coming.
Corky's coming. You guys can't go too long. You win that if you kite back.
Ooh, that was a good flash. It don't matter.
We're already set up so early here. The fact you have this Bears, it's going to be so hard for the side of BLM to get involved. But Xerax gets caught up by the dredge line here as we see that Xerax is getting chased on with the quickest hits 3. We see Echo is also in a bad spot, but he's able to get ulti out. While Nautilus is able to get his ulti up, Ornn is getting involved. He's able to get a double kill with one knockup. As we see, he gets a triple, and he's on the misfortune here, and that is not who you want to be on. Shen went in to try and deal with the other 4, but it's not good enough, and Ornn doesn't able to walk away, and it looks like this dragon, even though Echo's getting involved, I think your smite is here. It's going to be very hard for them to steal it. But we see the bullet time come out, but it's not enough as Kha'Zix is able to get the Drake. But now we see that Khan gets an excellent engage onto Misfortune, but they forgot about the Shen ultimate, and now it looks like Xerax is in a really bad spot as he gets absolutely blasted. I've changed my mind. It was actually the Echo and the Kha'Zix that fall. But we see Aurora gets some massive domain expansion. It looks like it's going to be a nice
Mordekaiser pick just makes it so with the Ornn TP, it's a guaranteed 5v4.
Yeah, but looking in now, Xerax finds the angle onto Stoic. Stoic is able to get the Apotheosis off, but right now, Jonicus is actually getting free reign. He has nobody on him as he's able to lay down the damage, and right now, BLM does not have a hope.
From amateurs to pros, in the heat of competition.
welcome everybody to Sentinel Week 9 here at the LXC. I'm joined with my colorcaster tonight, Taco.
Yo, it's the best taco from the podcast.
The best taco from the podcast. Correct. So, tonight's match, TD Blessed versus Conduit. For TD Blessed, even if they 2-0, they don't move anywhere in the standings. Conduit's quite a different story. They need to pick up at least a game tonight to lock in their spot for playoffs. If they somehow manage to drop both games without picking up a win, it does open the door for NLR, who's playing NLE Valkyries tonight, to slip into playoffs. If they can manage to get 2 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So that is our playoff picture walking the night. High stakes for Conduit.
I'm getting that cheat sheet pulled up currently.
So the matchup we're really looking at tonight, you're going to have top lane is going to be super important for both sides. You have the number 1 killing top lane with also the least deaths in top lane coming out of Conduit in Final Captain. Barbaric Champion, also known not to die, but as we have heard many times from Riven in the podcast, Barbaric Champion is their weak side warrior. Bot lane, one hand for TD Blessed. Doing absolutely phenomenal this split. He's having a banger. Number 7 in total kills. So Conduit's going to have to keep one hand in check.
So Riven is playing tonight. Got it.
Yes, Riven will be mid versus Trash Panda.
I was seeing Trash Panda talk in the server. I was looking through the server and I was seeing him just talk. I forget exactly what was going on. It wasn't really shit talking. It was just friendly talk. Oh, he responded once, and it was the guy looking over his shoulder meme. So I don't know if he's looking forward to being streamed tonight, or if that might give him the jitters. But we will have to take a look. I'm rooting for Riven just because he's my friend, I would think. Maybe not. But me and him have some good times on the podcast, so I would hope that we are okay to show a little bit bias to my friend. Or not friend, I don't know. Maybe it's not like the Tarzan, it's Infinite with Dantes.
If he's Tarzan,
But
does
I
that
don't.
make you Jane, or are you Tarzan and he's Jane?
I would have to not answer this at the moment. We do know that Taco is just Taco until the monster speaks, and then he lets the monster out.
Love it, love it. So, players are just getting into the lobby. We'll have draft here for you all in a bit. Hot take. This a quick 2-0 by either team, or does this go 3 games?
I think we get 3 games, but deep down in my little heart, I really hope that it's a 2-0 because I gotta be up at 5:30. But that's okay. I've already got the Red Bulls ready for tomorrow.
Yep, I am. Stopped doing Red Bulls, went to Ghost. Not sponsored by Ghost, but hey, Ghost, if you're listening, we're interested. And we are into draft. So we're going to start Conduit on blue side, TD Blessed on red. Nautilus, fair ban. Dirty
I'm not
support.
in the lobby, nor can I see the bands.
Let me get you the draft link. Quickly followed by Viego ban coming out from Blessed. Then we got Diana Brand is the answer back. Sorry, Diana Brand is the bans for Blessed. Then we have Nautilus, Viego, and Twitch coming out from Conduit Prime. Zinzao rounds out the final band. And Nasus First pick.
And-
Interesting. Mid or top?
Yeah. Most likely it's gonna go mid here. But it can be flex top. I think you just answer with the Garen here, just because you know you can just match it anywhere it goes. So that would just pretty much show your jungle pick here for TD. That's what I would go. I would go with the flex
There's
or
room in the
the
lobby
black
now,
things.
so you can join.
Okay. I would. I need an invite first.
I don't think I have your main on me.
You do?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, liar.
Awkward. Okay.
But
So,
but I'm
Jinx.
really shocked to see the Jinx here. I don't think I would have locked Jinx at all. I think I would have held it for R3. But you have to pick something here. And Lulu. Okay, so they're
Jinx
showing their
Lulu.
bot lane. Now, blue side can just pick out their bot. You either go. This is what I would do. I'm going super aggro, super early, because you have the Nasus here.
Yeah, Conduit's
You have
saying
the
they
late.
want a late game scale.
Mm-hmm. You
Or
already
that's the
have
insurance.
Yeah, you have the hyper carry scaler, got MF, and then this would be thinking Leona
Yeah, I
because of
agree.
how strong she is.
Leona's extremely strong right now. You need somebody with some harding to engage and some CC, really lock Jinx down.
Or you could go Braum to stop a lot of the engage too coming through. Those would be the two options. Yep, Leona. Now you go Garen. You have to go Garen. This is the play. Pick Garen.
Do they run the Garen mid if that's a mid Nasus?
Well, yes, you run the mid. It's super
Interesting.
easy counter. And all you have to do is once Nasus hits W, you hit Q. And then he wastes all of his mana.
Very interesting.
Okay.
We'll have to see if that is in Riven's champ pool.
And we're going Vlad. It's funny because me, Shaporta, and um, Seven Chakra were just playing a game with the Vlad, and we were talking about how the W Max is really it looks very strong, but what we were hearing is very weak, but only good in certain matchups. We didn't really talk about the matchups, but maybe that's where they're picking the Vlad for.
To say it's probably been since like season 3 when Vlad was a top, seeing Vlad in the Nasus.
Potentially, and you can also put that mid too.
True. So Jack's
So
ban, we are targeting top.
So I'm thinking they're thinking that's Nasus mid here.
Makes
And we get
sense.
the Gragas.
You can't let Final Captain take over the game. Gotta try and get some of his comfort champs out.
So I think you start pinching the jungle pool. I think you take out Omumu here. That would be just a high play here. Unless you're gonna lock Omumu in this next slot. Which if you lock Omumu, you kind of shut down all of Conduit's team comp and they insta-ban Gwen. So
Very interesting. Bless decides to ban the Zac. Zac works very well in the MF, completely disrupts the ult, and shatters that whole team fight up. But it does leave now Amumu open for Prime, and you have Curse of the Sad Bullet time with the MF Amumu combo layered on top with Leona would be devastating in a team fight.
Yep, see. There we go.
Alright, Bless takes it away.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Bless doesn't take a Mumu, you just put a Mumu on Conduit and it's a free win. You just go next game. Sorry, but that's just how the draft would work.
I agree. That is way too much lockdown with the late game insurance, and MF is just going to run over that game.
So now you have to blind, kind of show your hand here. Is what are you thinking? I think you take your jungle here and still think J4 and Silas.
J4 instant Silas.
I think that's a good pick for the Silas, and you're showing that Snass is top. So At this point, you tell mid that they're running Vlad just to poke out Silas as much as you can.
Yeah, a lot of healing coming out from Silas. Gonna be a lot of healing coming out from Vlad.
Is the Garen gonna come out? Or are we just gonna get teased with something like a set or Fio?
And time expired.
And
That
it's
is a
Garen!
Garen.
Woo!
So will be a Garen pick coming out. We assume that definitely is going top.
I'm just shocked that they banned Gragas instead of Garen if they're gonna take just 100%ing taking Nasus.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. The Silas pick, I don't feel he doesn't have great alts to steal here. So if you're
He
blessed, you're
hasn't.
kind of okay with it.
Yeah,
What, the
I'm
Lulu
just like,
alt or the Amumu alt? That's about it.
the Jinx R2 for the execute in conversion to AP. I think it already scales with AP.
So we'll get predictions up here in just a moment.
Can I bet again? Am I allowed to bet when I
Yes,
cast? I'm
you
gonna keep
are allowed to
betting
bet.
until I lose all of my points. I
You,
have bet everything on black every game. I have lost about 10,000 points.
I have enjoyed collecting your points, sir.
Can I have them back, please?
Sure. You bet on one side, I will equal match you on the other. How's that?
Alright, that's awesome.
Why not?
Alright,
It's probably
I'm
not going to
betting.
break my bank.
Probably not. Alright, let's. I want to bet. Let me.
Predictions are now live.
Yeah, no. Alright, I'm gonna go blessed. We're going blessed with 6,300 points.
6,300 points to bless from you.
This is for you, Ribbon. Don't screw me now.
Alright, so there's my bet to Conduit Prime.
Alright, there we go.
So we're just waiting to verify this is not going to be anything fishy like a Leona jungle and a J4 support. I do really like the J4 in with the Leona and the Misfortune. That is a very nasty wombo combo for a team fight. So it's going to be more on whether XL69 can position correctly around the Amumu to not get the ult.
So, if your TD Blaster game plan is have Garen freeze the lane at top tower, don't let that Nasus come near any minions, and you just dive bot.
So
That is the game plan.
That is the
for,
opposite of how TD plays, though.
yeah.
That
So-
is Vlad top.
Oh,
Into the Nasus. They are going to Riven will be running the Garen mid. Into Silas.
so this is where I said you can't mid now, and you dive mid.
That falls closer in line to how Bless plays. They pretty much put Barbaric on an island and ignore him the entire game. At least he'll have the sustain on a Vladimir to mostly be okay. Into a Nasus, there's not a lot of kill pressure there. Not until much later. Or if J4 can get a really good gank out.
So, I'm trying to look at the leaderboard. Conduit needs to win at least one game,
For
correct?
standings,
Just
yes. If Conduit
what I'm
wins
understanding.
a single game, they're in playoffs. They lock that spot. NLR can't make it. If they drop both games and lose the series, then NLR has a chance, but NLR has to win the series against NLE Valkyries. So we'll try to keep you updated on what's happening in that game as well. Alright, if you don't have anything else, Taco, we're going to cut to a short break while we load in for spectator delay.
Alright, that sounds good.
Alright, we'll catch you guys back in just a few minutes with Game 1 of Conduit Prime versus TD Blessed.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster, disaster. I'm thinking that they're after me. We're running like faster and faster. We're running like faster and faster. We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster, disaster. I'm thinking that they're after me. We're running like faster and faster. We're running like faster and faster. Mirrors on the wall, staring back at me. Stranger in the hall, frozen by the scene. Portraits seem to fade. He lost his centerpiece. Can't recall his face. I hope he'll rest in peace. Haunted by my mind, victim or the prey. Everything is fine. Take me to my grave. Bury me alive, keeping me astray. Hard to say goodbye to who I am today. Everything is fine. Take me to my grave.
We're live again. Welcome in, everybody. We got the standard 5 point from TD Blessed, and it looks like a small invade coming in from Conduit Prime. I guess they just want to see where the jungle is starting.
Yep, Prime's gonna rush in 3 men. Go ahead and establish some vision. Want to know where Amumu's at. Good amount of pings. That's the most vision I've seen out of a level 1 in a long time.
Yeah, especially around, like, any comp game.
Conduit uses all but 1 ward. Final Captain doesn't use his ward yet.
I'm very shocked that they didn't have J4 go back and get Sweeper. And just start clearing out vision.
Yeah, that would make sense. Now, is Bless gonna go for the cheese? The level 1 jump.
I think if they're gonna go for a jump, you go for it enough.
Have to.
Yeah, Leona can't get on top of you. Alright. And they just showed.
Just a pick. Rocky starts Zenith Blade. Okay.
I don't know many players starting E on Leona.
I don't either. As someone who mains Leona, hear this split, I've never started E. I like it. It did get onto the Lulu. Rocky gets the worst end of the trade. So just some back and forth poke.
And right now it looks like Jinx and Lulu are just gonna keep using the pressure that they have with the auto range and just gonna get them under tower. They're probably gonna try to get a
Trash Panda establishing dominance. Decides not to finish it off. Just happy with the trade.
It looks like they actually lane swapped in.
They did lane swap that. You're exactly right.
So I did not pick up on that until just now.
Saw it in the 5 point, but I wasn't sure if they were going to commit to it in the lanes. So it's interesting. They swapped into it rather than away.
It looks like J4's looping around here. It might become a kill, especially if they get on Jinx.
Great engage out of Rocky. Autos are landing. The stun's locked up. The ignite's going to burn. I don't know that I load the flash there. I think you're already dead.
Yeah.
But it's a good gank.
Yeah. I would say even if you're gonna blow flash, like you could have potentially taken J4 down with you, maybe Leona, depending on who you really focus.
Trash Panda looks like he's going commit. No, teasing me again.
Teasing everybody with a good time.
So I think the only rough part of that went... Nope, there's the Silas all in. The flash follows. Can he get the last auto? He cannot. So, Barbaric Champion holding flash for the very last moment and escapes.
You know, his butthold is a little puckered right now.
Yeah, that was a little close. But you get Silas's flash. Your minions are basically even. All in all, not terrible, and you're coming back first back. So if Trash Panda goes for that trade again, since Vlad has bought, he'll be on the good end. J4 coming in here for the gank, and Garen walking away. Final getting a lot of trouble with Riven here. So it just ends up being J4 ends up saving the Nasus.
Yeah, and now Garen's just gonna heal all this back up. He might get ganked again. He might, I think in about a wave or two, he will hit 6. And then if Nasus can't counter that. Alright, looks like Trash Panda's still giving us a little tease.
Interesting trade pattern on that. So Barbaric Champion didn't do a single auto, nor an ability back to Trash Panda. He just took all that damage for free. May have Barbaric shaken a little bit on that.
Apparently Trash Panda was ready to show up today.
Yeah, he's definitely established dominance, though Barbaric is in the CS lead. So he's doing quite well there in the top lane into the Silas.
This game, it looks like Amumu's just power farming. I think you can just gank the top lane. You know he has no flash, and he's over pushed here.
Yes. So Amumu's looking for this gank here top lane. He's on trash. It's a good Q. Good pull by Vlad. The chains land. The heal should be coming from Trash Panda. And they do put it on Barbaric. Huge. One hand and a lot of treble down bot. Good Zenith Blade in from Rocky. Does Zil clean up the Lulu? Not yet.
Yeah.
So, good gank by Amumu grows. Nope. The aggressive flash in for the last hit. Zil picks up Lulu. Got way too close.
Alright then, we got killing bot lane. That's what I was saying. This was what you wanted.
Yeah, so they establish top. They get the kill over on Trash Panda. It secures them grubs. Conduit chose to back and have J4 cover top lane rather than securing Dragon. We're now going to see Amumu there. J4 is already low. Silas is now in. Amumu's still looking for J4 over the side. Good ult coming out from Amumu. Does it save him? Oh, this could be huge for TD Blessed. Spin to win. Silas surviving somehow. And a Lulu has shown up. Riven's going to tower dive for the cleanup. Excellent trade out of Trash Panda.
I'm really curious on why Riven just didn't hit R instead of hitting Q. I mean, you're guaranteed the kill there. I think you just take that extra free tower shot for free.
Yeah, it really turned that fight and made it very good for Prime. If you're Prime, you're happy with how that play just turned out. What was going to be devastating completely turned in your favor just out of Trash Panda's play. I don't know, No Name needed to go back in on that, but it did work out. One hand, baiting for the Amumu. Little dicey though. Lost a lot of health. Barrier trades. One hand is able to clean it up, and they're going to pick up the Leona.
Oh, if Riven just let that rocket go through, you were just going to be able to get a free kill for Jinx.
It's a good idea from Rocky to try and Zenith Blade over the wall over to the Garen. Sadly, it's a Garen who's just going to spit on you, so you can't really stun that out.
All I'm going to say is I redact my statement about Riven taking the kill. Riven, you deserve the kill. You don't take Collector on Jinx. I firm believer. I don't like the lethality Jinx build at all. I feel like you do no damage. I just think you still take on her because it does so much more damage.
So Trash Panda,
especially team top.
Trash Panda is still establishing dominance in there. He's now got the 2 kills under him. And we've seen now, while the objectives are all going the way of TD Bless. 3 grubs, first dragon, good engage from Mumu. Rocky may have been a little too far trying to fight for vision. Re-engage from Leona. Yep, good ult from J4 to come in to secure the Lulu. They should be good to keep fighting this and clean up Amumu. One hand has the ultimate. And Jinx is just going to turn this fight. Really good Q stuns coming out from Drop Dead.
Yeah, I would say I think if you're TD Bless, you're very happy about how that fight just turned out. You were able to be there first. Even though it started off as a 3v2, you did get Jinx and Riven down there pretty fast, just for the cleanup.
Yeah, and Jinx was pretty low at the start of that, and came in and cleaned that up nicely.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier I was watching the Jinx. She kept like using her rockets when she should have just switched over to minigun, just for putting out a little bit more damage. She's not as fast as switching over. I mean, I would have switched over a lot faster. I think being able to put out with your
See another engage from Trash Panda. Oh, just poking the Vlad out.
Like I was saying, just being able to put out a lot more damage, even though it's like 50, 50, 50 versus 100 every 3 seconds. I just think it's a better outcome. And I'm also shocked that Silas didn't take Oblivion Orb first item. Just to make Barbaric Champion completely useless.
I am well. It looks like they're going to fight over the 6 grubs. Didn't get that one. Right now 5 grubs. All 6 grubs end up going. Which way does the fight go? J4 ults in. Cleans up 1 for Riven. And it looks like we trade 3 grubs. This is all going in the way of Blessed, unfortunately, for Conduit. Trash Panda tries. It ends up being a 3-for-1 overall, and the loss of all 3 grubs. And then Zill, easy dive onto the Jinx. Jinx that low, you can't be there. Just fights all over the board. Riven all in on Trash Panda. And I'm shocked he didn't just dive that. Drop Dead's coming around the side from Mumu. Good chain dodge. We are just going all in right now on this fight. Drop Dead still wants it. Doesn't have the ult though. Looks like he bit off way too much and ends up inting into the tower. Trying to force that play. Riven's able to pick up Silas out of it, making it a 1-for-1. Mumu's death now becomes worth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Riven just says that this is for my jungler, and goes in for the kill.
Riven is starting to be a problem. 5-1, up 20 CS.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think there's anybody who can mess with them. It also looks like we're bringing back the Ardent Sensor meta. We first buy Ardent Sensor for the Garen.
Zill all in on one hand. Does he make it? Able to clean it up with Leona ult.
Yeah. No, the Leona ult didn't come out. I'm confused on how she got so much health back at the very end. Because I saw the MF low barrier, but then she got like a second shield.
Was it the it might have been Jinx.
No, it was the Locket. I didn't see that on Leona.
The Locket purchase. Rushing Locket, I like it. It paid off there.
Yeah, you saved your MF from dying. That would have been a huge shutdown, or kill, really, for Jinx.
Yeah.
Even been a
Bring one hand back into this game. Definitely struggling right now, down almost 30. Does have the 3 kills, but it's a collector rush. It's going to take a lot longer for Jinx to get in this game over the current standard meta MF build of this Bloodthirster rush.
And I just wanted to take a look at one hand, and it doesn't look like he's maxing his W. He's actually maxing Q still. Which is going to make your Zippy Zap not as powerful.
I'm not sure Prime really wants to get into the Garen. It's a good stun to delay from Rocky. Riven's forcing this. Good Q in, wins the Amumu ult. There's the Amumu ult comes out, Amumu Q's out the safety. He's going to die to the MF. And everything's just focused here on Riven. Oh, and the Jinx ult doesn't get it. One hand finally gets the reset, but I don't think you want it with Trash Panda. Trash Panda can go in. MF is going to clean this up.
Ooh. That was a great fight from PD Plus, but then they just bit off a little too much that they could handle.
Agreed. They wanted more. They had the fight won, could have taken Dragon, and they hard committed. I agree.
And now you lose 2 towers here for going for that fight and now losing it. Luckily, PD Bless didn't lose Dragon. Granted, you were just going to lose bot lane anyway to the MF Leona. They've been losing that lane all game. But Now this game is just really hard for
J4
TD
is
Blast
in the
to
area
back.
for this. Blessed is pulling the dragon out.
I'm really shocked that TD Bless is still going for this. This is... You
It's
just
balls
lost
a
your last
J4
fight.
over the wall. It's good luck up from Leona. Jinx just free firing. One hand given all day back there. Vlad flash in with the W, and Riven's now here. Poor Leona. And
Give it.
the donate over to Rocky.
Alright,
That's
now,
what you like to see.
now I'm really shocked is why they're all stacking to go mid here. You should have just sent one person by and the rest mid.
Silas
At
into
least-
4? Almost worked out. Was close.
Statement is redacted. This is a fine play. Great call. You get 2 towers.
2 towers, you get the Silas. And Blessed is back in control, kind of. But Nasus is gonna die here. He's not able to fight this Garen just yet.
And
Riven's gonna let him go to make a liar out of me. Into Jinx?
Yeah.
Let's see, we're at
Make a liar out of you.
360 stacks on Nessus right now at 17 minutes.
interesting call here. They use Silas TP. Just for funsies.
Well, they gain all the tempo mid. They are going to be able to pick up this mid. They're going to dive the Lulu. That goes over to Trash Panda. Somehow MF is tanking tower. Good all in from No Name on the J4. Locks Jinx in, but not where exactly he wants to be. MF ult comes across. And the dive is just not quite working out. They give up 2, take 2 in return, but I'm not sure you had to sacrifice to
I'm
get
not
those 2
sure-
kills.
I'm not sure why Lulu was staying with there, guarding it by herself. You're not going to be able to stop that. You just kind of let them tell you how it is and take it.
Yeah, it ended up being a 1v3 on the Lulu 4 once Jarvan flag drags over the wall and ults in on top. Was under tower, but still I'm not sure you can be that close with as aggressive as Conduit is playing this right now.
It looks like right now, if I'm TD Bless, I'm going for a Rift Herald, or even setting up for an early Baron fight. But it looks like,
Both teams
It's
want to
not-
fight.
yeah. Well, I would say Conduit's does for sure.
Nasus catches out the Lulu. Mumu still does not have ult for this fight. This could be bad. Riven getting a lot of damage in. The kill goes over to Leona on the Riven. MF finally drops, but Nasus is behind you. Easy cleanup for the Q stack. Great kiting out of one hand. Just misses the ult. But Trash Panda's now here, so we are back to Silas v Vladimir over who can out heal. And it does appear Silas is going to win this. Last little bit. Silas says, I heal more than you.
Yeah, both teams, both Silas and Vladimir, both don't have a Oblivion Orb. It looks like Riven was the only one who's, I guess, watching the stream and listening to me say Oblivion.
Grievous Wounds is your
Yeah,
friend.
Grievous Wounds is the best item here.
And 44 kills, 19 minutes. Not the game I expected.
Yeah, they both coming out of the corner swinging.
Absolute bloodbath. We don't care who's in lead or gold. We're fighting every chance we get.
And it's also, Conduits is looking a little bit more proactive to these fights. They're already at the fight, ready to fight, and TD Bless is just too late.
They're a
burnt
little
heavily.
behind.
Yeah, even though they're up in gold, they're just behind in tempo.
So that was Leona ult, goes just wide on one hand. And with all the fighting, no one managed to get Rift Herald. It never died, even though they fought for it twice.
I also want to point out that Silas doesn't have a
TP
lot
is
of
coming
armor.
in. So Riven blows TP. They have a good catch here with his speed. Leonard with the re-engage. MF ult goes across 4 but doesn't do a whole lot. Target selection's pretty good. Barbaric Champion is fighting the Nasus. It looks like Captain could go down. Nasus has the stacks. Can he kite this out? Finally does go down. J4 looking to clean up Lulu, but it will be a 5 for 2.
Yeah.
Juggled played by TD Blessed. Lulu surviving on next to nothing. Riven came back in at the end with almost no health as well.
I mean, what do you mean no health? He's full health right now. Can't you tell?
Garen passive strong.
Yeah. Even still no heal cut on Conduits. It's kind of a huge part of why they're losing these team fights now.
Yes,
You're
Vladimir
letting
is healing a ton and Garen is healing a ton.
Yeah, and Riven, like I stated, Riven's the only one who has heal cut. He's also just making sure that they can't heal with all their lifesteal that they have.
It is making Trash Panda's life on Silas quite difficult. Hard all in on one hand coming out from Trash Panda. Stepped up for the CS and Trash Panda instantly all in. Leona ult comes down. Very quick kill.
I really love the lethality Jinx build. I'm just telling you, there's a reason why nobody uses it anymore. It was like a good niche thing. But as you can tell, it just doesn't do anything here.
So Riven looking to run down Cap, but the Wither's out. Not a whole lot else will come.
That's massive. Garen just makes Nasus burn his ult. He's not going to have it in the next fight, and they can just fight for Baron here. You do have Barbarics with the TP, and if you just get one TP ward down, you're just ready to fight.
Silas on 2 items now. Takes the Lulu ult. Rocky good engage. Do we see the MF ult? MF chooses not to ult to secure that kill. Lulu's able to shield and get away.
They did burn
Riven on the flank. Heal cuts across the team. Tileforce going super low. Jinx ult goes wide. Doesn't need it. Resets coming in. Frontline stun lockups.
That should just be game here.
23. It definitely should be Baron. I don't think they have enough to go through 3 towers.
You got Jinx passive and Ardenson to Lulu. I think you have enough.
20 seconds on the respawn. That'd be tough. I do like the Baron call.
Yeah, the Baron's fine. I would have gone for the end. I like to play with the daggers in of things, but that's just how I play, and everybody knows how I play.
Soul will be coming up just as Baron's getting ready to expire. We got 219.
Oh, look at that. We have 2 people on TD Bless with grievous wounds. And I'm still counting on Conduit.
Amumu has picked up a... oh god, I can't remember the name. It's not the Thornmail, but it's the item that builds into it. So there are 3 Grievous. Rocky, solid ult, only lands on Amumu. Big all in from coming up from J4. Blessed is just so far ahead. This is not ending well. What looked like an excellent engaged. Vladimir on 2 items. Quadra kill coming up for Barbaric.
Riven just stood in front of 4 people and killed them, practically. He had Barbaric come clean it up, but he shredded everybody. I'm
11 and 3. That is a lot of damage with a Garen spinning on you, and they will close out the game here.
well. Huh.
Well, you did call it game end.
Yeah. I got all my back. I betted everything on black, and I got it.
You do steal my 6K, sir. Congratulations.
All right, that's all from me tonight, guys. I'm done for the day.
Taco
No,
is now rich.
yeah, I'm rich. I'm famous. I'm in love, and I'm addicted to League. What can I say?
Oh, that last one's a rough one. You gotta break that habit.
Yeah, I know. I think we've all tried to break that habit, but unable to.
That we do. So let's see what side Conduit is going to select. So, ban the Garen? I think you have to respect ban the Garen now.
I think you do now. It's a great flex pick, but I don't know if anybody is actually going to ban the Garen.
Conduit is going to stay on blue.
Interesting. I don't think the NASA's first pick was the idea. You had a great game plan. You just lost the shopkeeper, really. That's what happened there for Conduit Prime.
Yeah, Riven got way too far ahead and was able to carry that game. The no grievous wounds coming out to stop Vladimir and Garen from just chain healing and returning in fights was really rough. And final, while well played on the Silas, and No Name had some excellent engages. Sorry, that was Trash Panda on the Silas. Really played that out hard. That lead just became too insurmountable.
Yeah. I don't think there's much more you could have done there other than buy heal cut and play for bot lane more. I mean, you had the winning bot lane. They played for top and mid and just weren't able to.
Yeah, I also agree. I think they had the bot lane win, the MF into the Jinx. They had definitely had that early. Even late, MF was sitting there pretty well because Jinx was still the lethality build. We never really saw the Jinx go crazy. And if the MF had a little more items, there were a couple team fights there that had really beautiful MF ults going across it, hitting 4 to 5 people. But the damage wasn't there because the MF was still mostly behind.
I don't think she was behind. I think she was ahead, but Riven was just more ahead.
Correct. I apologize. It was behind the Garen to really deal with him in that gold lead. MF just couldn't put out that type of damage into a Garen Vladimir.
So who do you think Game 1's MVP would be?
The MVP. It has to be Riven, as much as I'm going to hear about that on the podcast.
We're going to hear so much shit on this week's podcast.
And I hate giving it to a Garen champion overall, because it's Garen. Oh, I just spin around.
Yeah, it's also funny because Shapoya and I were also talking about how Tyler 1 and Sanchovies hate each other. And the reason for it is because of Shantovi's picking Garen and beating him.
That's really funny. But yeah, that's who I have to give it to. Honorable mention definitely goes out to Trash Panda on that Silas. It looked good. Grab the heal cut, and I think you're able to win lane and push that lead and then fight the Garen.
I would have gave the honorable mention to XIL.
On the MF?
Yeah, on the MF. He played it very well. It just, like we said, Riven was just, it was Riven, Conduit, and then right behind Conduit was TD Bless. He kind of just dragged them across the finish line. He told Amumu just to go in and hit R, and Lulu used everything to keep him alive. And they did it, and they won.
Alright, seeing everybody readying up for draft, so we should
Wow.
have draft starting here pretty quick. And there we are.
They're starting fast tonight. They are ready for game 2.
Seems
They are ready to run these games back. Insta hands are coming out fast.
Prime
Nautilus,
not
Diana,
changing a
Vi-
thing.
Yeah, Viego. Now we're gonna get red side slowing it down, going to Zenzel. Do
Yeah.
we ban Garen here?
Blessed hasn't changed a ban either. Zen was ban 3. But
Alright,
so
what was-
far, same 4 bans.
What do you think they're gonna ban out here? Do you think they're gonna actually ban Garen out, or do you think they can deal with it? They know what the game plan is for the Garen.
I probably would save my mental and ban it. They disagree. They banned the Twitch again. The brand bans again. First picks the Garen.
I think that's.
I like it. All right. How do you deal with it?
Well, it depends. Is it going mid or is it going top?
And they don't know yet, but we see your Garen, and now we're gonna go ahead and take it since you didn't ban it. I like the mind game.
Yeah, I would say up, and they're gonna take the J4. They're gonna say this is how you played the J4 jungle.
I hope we're trading entire team comps at this point. That would be fun to watch.
I think that would be hilarious, especially if they win on it and just pretty much tell the team like, "Hey, I can run your comp better than you can run your comp."
It's the Viego version of a team comp.
Exactly.
Look, I can play your champions better than you. And we are going to see the Smolder. So Blessed is now going to play Scale.
Interesting. Now the question is it gonna be Smolder mid or AD? Is Ribbon gonna pull out Smolder for us?
So we saw 60 kills, less than 30 minutes. And our teams here are looking to scale.
Yeah. I mean, you also have to hope that your team will get heal cut.
Yeah, definitely want some heal cut in. Big tank shred coming out for Zill.
Ooh, that's a scary combo. Kog'Maw Zac. This might be going to game 3, just from team comp so far. But I think you pick I pick a Mumu here. They pick Poppy for the disengage. I like that pick.
I actually would like to see the Ivern right here. To be very honest. Yeah, sorry, I haven't adjusted the camera. I had you a little bit to the side. I apologize. There we go.
I was trying to adjust.
I got you. You're good to go back.
All right. Going back to original spot.
The normal.
This is the Brady Bunch, if you can't tell. We keep sliding. So we got the Lulu ban, and then Gwen again. I think... I honestly don't know anything about either of these teams and what they can really play well and what they can't play well. I think you just... If you're taking Smolder, you need something like... I would pick Braum if I'm TD Blessed, so I would be taking away like Leona's fine, even Lulu was good a pick. They could also banned out Janna. That would have been a huge ban instead of Leona.
I probably wouldn't have done Leona. I agree. I think you go to the Janna. Kog'Maw is much more effective with enchanters.
Yeah, and the only reason I say that is because you have the Poppy.
Yeah, you
have
can
the
deal
Poppy.
with that.
She's never going to be able to jump on you. And then Ace will ban. this is where we take Braum. If I'm TD Bless, and then on Kata, pretty much Prime, you just take Janna and then you blind your mid laner, which is gonna have to be AP. And I don't know anybody. Like I said, I don't know anybody's champ pool, unfortunately, so I don't know who.
It's interesting on the ASOL ban. We didn't see ASOL picked or banned last match. They bring out the Varus.
Interesting. This could still be a flex between Varus mid and Varus bot.
Can run it either lane.
So it's very interesting to see this.
And Varus still does work AP, I believe.
You know what would have been the biggest blunder to us if this is actually Poppy support?
I would assume this is Poppy support. That would be my guess. Is this is Poppy support?
So I think they did flex the Poppy here, because I would have gone Braum as the support here, especially when you have Varus, and they go Maokai's support.
It's gonna be Maokai support, Kennen top, Garen mid for Conduit Prime. So they're gonna run that Garen mid into a Smolder or a Varus.
So
Rough for the Garen early, but that gets very bad for the ADC later.
Yeah, I really don't. Ornn? So it's Ornn top, Poppy support, Smolder mid against Garen mid, or you taking Varus. I think he might be taking Varus mid and having Smolder go bot with Poppy.
That's what I would do. I agree with you. Varus takes the mid there, plays that AP burst build.
Yeah.
Boy, this is another. Both teams want to fight, hard engage both sides. Maokai ult, Zac jumping in, Kennen ult, and then on the other side you have the Varus ult lockdown again with the Ornn and the J4. Like both these teams just want to team fight.
Conduit Prime has a great team fight. I don't see them losing this game unless they blunder team fights very hard. Because how the team fight should start out is you're hitting Maokai R, letting Zac go in to burn out Poppy's W, then you have Garen and Kennen just go in with their ER. Granted, it's not going to work out like that because you're going to have J4 going in with EQR and Ornn just blasting them. So
I think there's a lot on the Ornn ult here. When these team fights happen, if Ornn can get a good ult off to stop and almost use it as disengage, but there's also a decent pick coming out with that Varus ult. Any of them step up too far, Varus ult comes out, J4 ult, and then you're in a 5v4.
So I will say that in this team cup for TD Bless, you are going to have to worry about, yes, Ornn's ult, but also Varus' ult. Especially if the team fight is going on too long. I think the name of the game is have J4 just blow up Kog'Maw while Poppy and Ornn just peel for Smolder and Varus. Interesting. We have Trash Panda going against Ribbon, but Trash Panda's on Garen now. And Ribbon just played Garen, so he should know what to do and how not to lose this lane.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I think this is also going to be another high kill game.
I will say the matchup that I'm really kind of excited to see is Final Captain versus Ornn. And the only reason I'm excited to see that is because if Captain can get ahead and get a very, very small lead, he will take over the game. until 20 minutes, until Orin gets 2 items. But at that point, if Orin just gets 2 items at like 25 minutes, and Cogs at 2 to 3 items, it's ramps for TD.
So, we were wrong. They are choosing to put Smolder mid. Riven's going to be taking the Smolder, and Varus will be going bot for one hand.
So,
Alright. Well, as we get ready to load into the Rift, Taco, you have anything else?
no punches below the belt. Everything clean. Headshots are okay. Kisses on the forehead are great for me. So, that will be it for me, though,
Alright.
as we load up.
Predictions are live. Go ahead and toss your points up. And we
I
will
won today.
see
I'm
you
done.
and once we get back into the Rift from Spectale.
Haunted by my mind, victim or the prey. Everything is fine. Take me to my grave. Bury me alive, keeping me astray. Hard to say goodbye to who I am today. Haunted by my mind, victim or the prey. Everything is fine. Take me to my grave. Bury me alive, keeping me astray. Hard to say goodbye to who I am today.
as we get back here onto the rift here for game 2. Conduit looking to secure a playoff spot if they can pick up a win here. TD Blessed looking to call it an early night for the 2-0. 5 points out of both teams. And we'll be having Taco back in just a moment. Riven getting kind of pinched here. Looks like he's going to have to blow his flash if he wants to live. Does make it over the wall. So we'll have to see if No Name visits him early to punish him for that early flash.
Yeah, I was shocked that No Name didn't go in with you. For me at all, it would have been great.
Taco, welcome back.
Thank you. I can always think up on the fly.
Well done, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
And what was supposed to be a nice little cheese play out of TD Blessed has been turned on its head. Trash Panda saying, "You want to see my Garen?" It's going to start with First Blood.
Yeah, I mean, now you get the flash out of Kog'Maw and the Ignite out of Maokai. You gotta force the push to get the early reset. Even though it's gonna be one pot, maybe if you're super lucky, a dagger. But it looks like they're just gonna slow push it.
They did manage to save their summoners, so it's not terrible on the side of TD Blessed. He just gave up the kill.
Yeah, he also didn't use his pot either, so that's also very good.
Pretty strong trade coming out with Garen. Go ahead into the ADC matchup. I didn't expect him to be able to chunk Smolder that low in a single trade.
Yeah, I would also say that you have Smolder who just got a lot of stacks from fighting Garen there. I think he was able to get like 4 or 5 stacks.
Rocky in a bit of trouble, has to burn the flash. Poppy's able to clean it up, but now Zill has to get out of there and not get charged into the wall. Not quite off cooldown, straight lines it out.
Yeah, you now have all the summons down in the bot side jungle. That looks like he's gonna come for a 3 camp bot and maybe get a kill onto the Poppy or...
No Name is here to punish this aggression, looking for the 2v1.
He's
Poppy, good dash for... Somehow Zill, I guess the auto attack was already in the air. So No Name does burn a flash, but the kill still ends up on Zill. So you get what you want out of that play.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that Poppy was so far up. There was no reason to be that far up. You had J4 coming here shortly. You could have just had the wave frozen and just forced Kog'Maw to either overstay for CS or just take the reset and be off tempo of everything.
Yeah, it did look like they were trying to zone him off from XP, but that's always a little risky when you don't know where the jungle is.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what happened last game, is they 3 camped bot lane. And like you said, they don't play for... PD doesn't play for their bot lane, so I'm not sure why they would go for the bot lane aggression. I think you just have to play a little bit more passive.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Like it's, or at least have the vision to cover it. They have the vision now.
Yeah. Oh, what we did learn is NLE did win game 1, so they are going to be going to game 2. So, Conduit's may be lucky enough where they can just be okay with losing 2 games, but I wouldn't be, personally. I would want to show that we're not a team to be...
Good gank coming here out of No Name, able to land on the Smolder. Garen's with the silence. And Smolder just able to walk it out.
Yeah. How? Let's see. 33 stacks currently for Smolder.
Garen
Pretty good.
flashes in onto the Riven. Not gonna get it done. Looking for the alt execute.
Yep, here it comes. Oh,
Close, close.
very close.
Smolder is baiting for Jayful, who's just in top river, but they don't know Zac is waiting as well. So we could see the 2v2. There's the all-in. Quick flash from Smolder. Now J4 misses! Oh, the flag and drag goes just ahead.
That is so bad.
That is tragic. I can't believe that missed.
That EQ would have just been fine, not the flash. So he burns flash and doesn't save ribbon. And on Smolder, this feels horrible. You're now down 2 kills, and Garen has this mid wave under locks.
Does make it very difficult, and that will secure first dragon over for Conduit. Drop dead, making the best of it, taking 3 grubs.
Yeah, I guess it's okay because you are just scaling. You are just playing to scale. So being able to take what you can right now is fine, especially with Smolder. Smolder is going to scale and have that execute, and really the 2 people you're really terrified of is Kog'Maw.
We haven't really talked about it. Barbaric is kind of bullying Kennen.
Yeah. Barbaric is now being the bully and not the victim in this game.
Yeah, we all know Ornn's damage early game is extremely high. There's the engage from Maokai. Kind of in an awkward spot. One hand chooses not to throw any auto attacks or walk that out. Everybody's able to walk away, just costs Varus flash and barrier.
Yeah, and Kog'Maw got his flash out too. But Cog did also get 6 before that fight happened, so.
So there's 6 for one hand. We'll see if they look to re-engage. No Name is here for it.
And it looks like Drop Dead is also here, just hovering. He's waiting for a play. It looks like something might happen.
That's very rough engage, playing it very well psychologically on the Poppy. And the ult comes out from Kog'Maw to secure the double kill. What was a glorious engage and then an escape out of psychology. Gets cleaned up.
TD Blessed right now is actually really upset with how that turned out. Because the kills went over to Poppy.
So they killed Kog'Maw, and Kog'Maw passive gets the double kill. They try to re-engage here, and Trash Pan is able to clean up with the Garen ult.
Conduit.
Poppy runs straight top to engage on Kennen. Can't dash out. Ornn ult lands. Good flash to avoid the knockup.
Yeah, flash for flash. I mean, I think it was going to be fun with just taking the Kennen's flash for your ult. But, hey, we're playing with the nice edge right now.
So I think the pressure is getting the TD Blessed. You know, you're looking at the scoreboard, you're down 6-2. You know you're down the Dragon. They think they're behind more than they are, and they're trying to force some plays.
Yeah, I mean, the only lane that you're really behind is in the bot lane, but you've kind of seen this in that. From what I've seen TD Bless play one other time, and it was when one hand was on Jinx, and it looked like he was comfortable. It wasn't the lethality Jinx game that we just saw. It was when he was playing Crit Jinx, and he was keeping his team alive. But I guess I don't know what happened from then to now. Um, it looks like a gank's coming.
Good gank from No Name. Does land the Q. But 3 are now here on the side of Blessed. They can't save the Ornn, but they will end up trading back the double kill. No Name's got nowhere to go. Pops the passive. Let's see, do they give it to the Poppy? For some reason, we'll call that unfortunate that the Smolder ult is wasted and does not get the kill.
I believe it was to the J4's red buff.
That is tragic. Really rough trade coming out here in the bot lane. Both ADCs are going to walk away after expending everything. Barrier comes out. Kog'Maw's barrier just came back up. See if he can bait him.
What is unfortunate about that Kog'Maw play or that Varus right there is he canceled 2 autos, and those 2 autos would have killed the Kog'Maw.
Yes.
And it looks like they're just trading these 3 grubs right here. They're trying to stake one with the Ornal, but it's not going to come through.
So that is 3 grubs apiece.
So this is a great play, but for Conduit's Prime. But what you could have done is you could have sent Riven to bot lane here and had him pick up the...
ult. Not quite in range yet. They're going to dive. Can they get the kill over the Varus? And they do.
Good, they gave it to Varus.
But Zill is able to clean one up. Good ult from the Poppy, but it doesn't get Trash Panda out. Both of them may die for this. They pick up the Varus over to Riven. Smolder may clear No Name. Riven's able, or Trash Panda is able to back them off.
Yeah, I'm very shocked with how that played out. I'm also shocked that Trash Panda did flash too to actually keep that play alive. But however, you do lose Garen's ult, flash, and you also lose Maokai's R. And even Zack's R. So this fight right here is going to be great. Because you can just go on Kog'Maw and hope that he burns his flash. And I would even use the J4 ult for that. And, go ahead. So I'm sorry.
You're good. I was going to say, Psychology played that really well. We've seen that now twice from him where these team fights are breaking out and he's managing to escape and live, getting his CC off, and then escaping again with little to no health. It's a really good in and outs.
Yeah, I would also say, like, he's keeping these fights alive, especially in game 1, too. He was showing that he was a huge factor of why Riven was able to play so aggressively.
Huge steal from No Name. Able to Zac bounce over, grab the ball, and Garen's able to rotate first. Smolder ult doesn't land on too many. That's kind of tragic. J4 off the ult does not kill the Kog'Maw. And it ends up being 2 plus a dragon over in Conduit. Conduit now in full control. 4K gold lead.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they went for that dragon when they were on Vision. But here's the thing, Riven is getting bigger. Riven's at 131 at 14 minutes for stacks.
You mean Smolder? Yeah,
Smolder,
River.
yeah.
I keep seeing the Garen, and I'm thinking Riven from last game. It's rough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rough for me.
Yeah, he's playing against himself right now. And watch, we're going to come over at the end of the game. We're going to say that it was the Garen Trash Panda carry. But currently, the person who we're not really speaking much of is XIL. He's been having a sneaky good game right now.
Agreed. Riven might be caught here. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of the Garen unless he can pull some nice shenanigans. It's a good attempt. Does blow the flash and the ult.
Yep, you're not gonna get away there, unfortunately. And drop dead kind of understood that that play was dead.
I
There was
appreciated
nothing
the
he could-
trickery. He tried to be a little classy with it, using the blast gun to try and outplay Trash Panda and No
Yeah.
Name.
Here's the thing: they're still not super tanky on Conduit's Prime right now, which is kind of the saving grace for TD Bless. Zach isn't super strong, but he is building towards the AD side. I think the best shot here would have actually been having Vars just go AP.
I agree. I would have also taken the Varus AP here. It's a little concerning because the way the scaling is going to start working out.
Yeah.
So the first tower does go down in the bot lane to Kog'Maw and Rocky. They're going to have to start being careful of this Kog'Maw as well. It's a little deceiving, but he does have the 40 CS lead, 5 kills, and a tower.
Yeah. And a full Bork. He's almost at his Rage Blade. So, I think if he gets mid tower or a little bit more gold, he should be able to go into his Rage Blade.
So we get to see how much damage. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 autos so far. 7, 8. Almost 9 autos to kill a Poppy. Misses the flash auto. Does end up getting picked up by Dead Zone. But Trash Panda is here looking to clean up the rest of it. Good job by Dead there to take the Q off the Zac to stop Poppy from dying.
Yeah, I mean, the play's done. You just get out.
Barbaric would like to continue 4v1.
Yeah, Onoward, let's fight this as we win those.
So, lands a great 3-man ult. Sadly, no one there to follow up. Riven being dived under tower by No Name, but it doesn't look like this is what they want. And this should be stacks over to Smolder.
Yeah, this is just free stacks right now. Stack City.
Trash Panda looking to ult to clean it up. It saves Zac. But they can't quite turn that around without it being a double kill.
Riven's almost there. He's at 177 right now. 225. He's 50 away. These fights are becoming closer, and the gold lead is staying this, going up a little bit, not too much.
So we're just over 5k in the gold lead. Almost 6, but it's
I will say,
interesting. They're still fighting like they're dead even.
Yeah, and it looks like they're still dead even. Like, these fights are very close. But what I was gonna say is, if you get these 5 Drakes on Prime, you're set. I don't think there is any. Ooh, they just give up
Stops the
so
ult.
much
Here's
here.
the collapse. Maokai ult. Zac jumps in, but their focus is on the Kog'Maw. Good ult across from Mom. Does end up securing. Kennen TP flank. Good ult. Locks down the Smolder.
Cow. This team fight from TD Bless.
Able to split up Conduit Prime and clean up these kills. Trash Panda looking for it. Excellent flag and drag to save Poppy's life.
That play, that team fight, beautifully played by TD Bless.
It is a 4-for-1. Or sorry,
It's
a
a
5-for-1. It was a full ace for Riven. So catastrophic for for Conduit Prime. Well
Yeah.
played by Blessed. And that is a 3k gold swing.
Yeah, you're still now down 2k, but you win these fights. These Ord items are massive.
And they get the huge bounties off the board.
One hand positioning, that fight was played so perfectly. I don't think you could have played it better.
I completely agree. He was able to kite out the cannon during the ult.
He also stopped Garen from getting into the fight completely. He used R on Garen to make sure that Garen couldn't get into the fight or on top of him. And that just gave TD Bless the time that they needed to do the damage.
Trash Panda looking to be a little sneaky here. Surprise, Smolder. Alright, Smolder's safe. He just flies away.
So, we're still down in bot lane though. You have 50 CS lead, CS lead right now on Kog'Maw. Cog's at 2.5 items.
Orin's looking to face check, and he's not going to be happy. Alright, they don't engage it. It is an Orin.
Yeah,
That's
Drop
fair.
Dead gets his blue buff from Garen, who was trying to fight him. So, right now, at this game point, who do you think has the lead? With the gold being as where it stands, it looks like we're starting up the Baron. They don't see the vision. So TD Bless
They
can
do
actually
have vision.
Yeah,
That
they can get to
ward
this
is not
play
turned
first.
off.
I think that's what's happening. They're gonna go for this fight. Oh, Garen's coming up behind. But they get the
Good Orin,
Cog.
Orin.
Drop Dead kind of screwed his team. Drop Dead screw TD Bless with not pulling down that wall. And that is horrible. We are going to have this game go over to Conduits right now after that fight. But TD Bless can still come back. It's not the end of the world. That was a very bad J4 ult.
It locked everybody in. Zach, no name, came in, ended up with an excellent ult of his own to bounce house the whole team with the J4 ult still up. You're exactly right. It doesn't come down in time, and it just Prime punishes them perfectly. And they're able to clean up the Baron and take back a commanding gold lead. And we have Dragon coming up in 40 seconds.
So, right now you have... So, we've burned... Everybody's ult's going to be up on this next fight, too. So, it's at that point where ults are just going to be up after people respawn. Here's the question. It's Smolder. Where are we standing with Smolder? 226, so we are in execute range now. So these fights will be game changer now for TD Bless.
He's going to have to position correctly. They're engaging on a Malphite. It's a bit tanky, but should be able to secure this. It goes over to Barbaric off the Orinhorn.
But that's fine. You have to answer top, though. It's going to be a 4v3, but who do you want to send? It looks like they are going to be sending... Well, they were trying to send Ornn.
They burned two big ults on that, so the team fight isn't really going to be there now.
Yep, and Riven's the only one answering mid right now.
Very dangerous for Riven to be there. There's the
without
full dive.
Yeah, without your team there, you can't be doing those... standing up so close. You have to go to your... You have to give towers.
Yes, especially when they have Baron buff. He needed to respect that a bit more. Playing way too close.
Yes, you are Smolder. Yes, you are at your execute. But you have no team members. You have no peel.
Yeah, you're not really executing much when you're in the bounce house from Zach and silence from Garen.
So Cogs had 3 items, almost at his fourth. Varsh just completed his second item. This bot diff right now is kind of massive.
And it's not the diff we expected. We expected this to go the other way. Leaderboards have one hand leading ADCs.
Yeah. With that also being said, you would think one hand would be more comfortable being in the position that he's been in with the team, and especially after game one. Like, you had Riven pop off. You knew how that team, how bot lane was going to play. And it looks like they never adjusted correctly. It doesn't look like they want him on lethality. It doesn't look like he's super comfortable on the on-hit Varus either.
They are looking to engage on the Smolder. Kennen gets the stun off. Cap's going in, may just solo it out completely. Didn't even need Zach.
Captain Jack Sparrow right there. He is the final captain. Just taking the lead on the at the time, 3-5, 4-4 Riven, or Smolder, we should say.
And that was basically an even fight with the Orin item. Possibly a gold lead for Smolder. Loses to the Kennen.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to get a fight, but Riven's right behind. They get
Poppy Stun just misses over onto the Kog'Maw. They can't seem to get the target, and Kog'Maw's free hitting in the back. Zac dives in. Steadfast Presence stops it for a moment, but one hand is in a really bad spot. Kennen is able to clean it up. Smolder ult comes out, but the damage isn't there. There's no executes up.
Yeah, you didn't have Riven in that fight. Ornn also was able to get the Garen off a little bit, and the Poppy R actually got Garen out of the fight, but they weren't able to engage at all onto the poor Poppy.
Zac jumps back in. Trash Panda diving, gets the ult. Smolder is down, but you are locked under tower in J4 ult. Trash Panda's gonna kite it out. Does end up going down. Right now, you're still at 4 for 1. As Kog'Maw's able to clean up J4 off the backside.
Yeah, this just looks like the game is. It looks like it's one-sided at this point. Last game, it was more back and forth. You saw Conduit having good fights, but game 2 is now more. They're more situated. I think they got the jitters done.
It's very much more controlled coming out of Conduit here. 9k gold lead. They're handling the fights a little bit better. They're a little divey still, but it is a more controlled game than we saw in game 1.
Yeah, I think going into the next game, you can ban Garen. I
think he's pick or ban for sure.
Yeah, especially
Baron, 10
how
seconds.
Especially how both teams are playing on Garen. They're doing both very well. Garen has just kind of scaled out of the point in this game now too. He's 12-2.
And Soul Point in 30.
Not Soul Point. Oh well, I guess Soul Point. Yeah. No, I don't know. That was what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's weird it's called Soul Point, even though because it puts them on Soul Point.
Yeah, but it up.
Trash Panda's looking for the 1v1 and immediately demolishes Smolder.
And now that's Baron. J4 showed it's Baron.
That's going to be really difficult for them to stop. Rocky's just zoning them out. It's a good ult. You still have to respect Trash Panda.
And
being
Trash
focused.
Just got obliterated there.
By Orin and J4?
Yeah, that's what I'm questioning too. Ooh,
so
good
we're seeing
position
the dive from Captain. One hand's playing it safe. Zach's in the back line, though. There's no more extra peel.
Looks like they're trying to end.
Zach's diving in.
Okay. Ribbon's back up here. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was Garen's TP for a second. I didn't realize he was still dead. I was gonna say, uh-oh, looks like Garen's just want some
So
more of
during
Ribbon.
that, Kennen TP'd bot lane to push this in to try and get on this tower. It's a good play, but I think if he's there mid, they just clean it. And they're able to end. So it's interesting you're TPing bot. I think you probably could have TP'd mid there and finished that game out.
Yeah, I think that's what they're planning on. They're gonna get this dragon, they're gonna play the game a little bit slower. And now just go from here to take this reset and just go for the end. I don't think there's anything more that they need to do.
So soul point now for Conduit. Final play in a little. Or no, just goes a little wide there. But now he's in a rough spot. Is able to get picked out. Rocky engages Malkail. He's on the wrong side of the wall. And now Poppy joins him. J4's dive, not successful. Rocky was already trying to get out. That was No Name's dive,
Yeah.
I apologize. Not the J4. That was Zach that went in.
It looks like they're trying to put up a fight still. It just... I'm not sure what the play was there for Ornn or everybody. It looks like they were just pulling the trigger a little too fast and not having everybody ready at the same time.
But a good defense. Ornn slightly mispositions, gets caught out, and then they turn the 5v4.
Yeah, I would also say that this, for next game, because granted, I think this game's over now.
It is a large wallet lead. They are shopkeeping.
Yeah. I think at this point, you just kind of look at next game. What do you want to do? And I don't think that you want Garen in these games. I don't think you want scaling champions. It looks like these two teams are fighting. They want to fight early and often. I think you also want to look at your ADC and go with something different. With how One Hand has been playing tonight, he's not performing on par as everybody else is. I think you put him on the Ashe for next game. That way he can be used still with using his hog shots and his R's.
Well, Prime has done a very good job of keeping One Hand out of these games. They have pretty much focused him with early aggression, ganks, and mid roams.
Yeah, so like I said, I think the Ashe would just be perfect for him for game 3, and then just put Ribbon on his hardest carry.
Trash Panda kind of caught out, but the damage from Trash Panda is huge as he eliminates Smolder with an ER combo. Zach jumps in. Bouncing everyone around. Trash Panda's gone, but Zach buys so much time. Able to eliminate the Varus. Poppy falls. This is surely game here.
And that is
Cog
game.
cleans up. And we are going to go to game 3. You did call it at the start. Said it was going to be 3 games. It is 3 games.
Yeah. Am I happy about it? No. Are we gonna have fun watching the last game? Yeah.
Does look like your cam died though.
Yes, I did DM you. That one.
Gotcha. Let me fix this. Pow! Magic.
Yeah, boom, magic. So, I will be right back. I'm gonna go use the washroom. So, banana hammock.
Alright. We will take a short break here where we prep in for game 3. And this does secure Conduit into playoffs.
There's my home, there's my world. See, it's the flower, mine is lost. Beyond space, beyond time, give me fire, clear my mind. Tale of love, so divine. You are human, just like now. I can see it in the dark. Take
back and getting ready to get in here at the draft. Game 3. We're banning Garen.
We gotta ban Garen. And it looks like TD Bless is staying on red side.
Yes, TD Bless chose to stay red.
Interesting.
I've also dubbed this series Battle of the Garen.
Yeah. Hashtag the Battle of Garen. So we know who's not gonna ban Garen, and that's gonna be Conduits.
Yeah, you have first pick. So you don't need to take it out.
So
Any
you
other
have,
picks that we feel are scary?
I think you take away the Diana. I think you keep that one up. It's more easily counter and it's not as strong as in the meta currently.
So you think you trade out the Diana ban for the Garen ban? Makes sense, so that would mean they're gonna keep. Alright, there's draft.
Right. So I think you drop Diana at least, and then you just keep up the.
Prime does Nautilus.
Yeah, you're just gonna stick with that.
We'll see
I
if
think the
Viego's
bans
the
are just
next
gonna
ban.
stay the same. Oh, yeah, it should be just Nautilus, Viego, Twitch. Diana's out again.
Alright, there's the Diana ban. There's the Viego ban.
Viego,
Feel like I've seen this
Zhao,
before.
and Zhao. Twitch. Garen. Garen. It should not be hard to think about. We've just played.
Don't do it.
Garen
Battle
both
of the
sides.
Garen must continue.
There you go. There we go.
Are they gonna do it?
They pet her.
No, this is Battle of the How can we Battle of the Garen
There you
without
go.
a Garen?
Yeah, exactly. How can we let Garen go through twice? Up Darius. Are they really gonna lock in Darius' first pick?
Darius' first pick is a statement.
That would be a little fun to watch.
So Smolder Flex makes more sense for first pick.
Ah. So we got Smolder, and now we go. I was gonna joke and say Garen, but I know we banned Garen. But we would just pick Nasus here, and we're gonna hit Jinx and Nasus. You can't give away both scaling champions, especially Garen Smolder. Or I'm sorry, Nasus Smolder. I'm looking at last bans. Move
Yeah.
that over.
I like one hand back on the Jinx. As long as he goes back to the crit build, he's more
Crit, yeah,
comfortable on
exactly.
that. The Mumu comes out, also good. So now the response. We've been seeing J4 as the response both times. And No Name did look good on the J4.
I mean, the J4 is a good pick, and we go Zac.
Back to the Zac.
Zac Shin.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a big protection. Does give them
If
a lot of options.
Red has the TD Bless does have the option to just pick Nasus here.
Do you really want to scale Nasus into a Smolder?
Well, you're not gonna pick it into the Smolder. You're gonna take it to a different lane. So we get Thresh.
You are, but when you look late game down the barrel, you're
Oh,
betting
yeah.
your Nasus kills the Smolder.
Of course, I mean you have the W. That's gonna slow the Smolder down, and you just go whack 'em all.
Q bonking.
Yeah. You get 80% CDR on your Q. And Corky's ban. Are we banning
Is that the
Nasus?
first Corky ban we've seen?
I believe it is, and we get Gwen again. It will be funny if TD Bless goes Acel, if Acel doesn't get banned, and just go Acel Nasus.
I mean, then they
Or
have
even,
to survive the first, what, 30 minutes of the game?
yeah, you would, but I mean, both games I think have gone 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Bloodscrank ban. Ooh. Oh man.
Alright, so there's the ASOL ban. So Conduit hasn't changed their bans.
Yeah. I think all 3 games have just been the same bans.
The ASOL I don't think was banned game 1. The rest of it's all the same.
Yeah, I don't remember who they actually banned game 1.
Can't recall off the top of my head either.
So now that we had game 2, who was the MVP on game 2?
That's Trash Panda.
Yeah. I would give it to that him or
Such a
right
good game from
behind.
Trash Panda.
Yeah, him or XL.
Yes, on the Cogma.
XL. Yeah, the Cogma.
He did play. He positioned very well in the fights.
Ooh, so early game he did.
That's
it
right.
Like
it wasn't an ASOL ban. It was a Gragas ban.
Uh,
So we are now going to see the Gragas. Smolder's going to be mid. Siver's going to be ADC.
who picks? Who plays Gragas? Is it Riven or is it? I gotta look at the top. Barbaric. I'm gonna see if I can find anything.
Alright, and Emilio. So Emilio to cleanse him out. I'll have to see if Emilio takes a cleanse of his own to get out of these sticky situations.
So it looks like Barbaric has been mainly comfortable on these tanks to like scaling top laners. I'm shocked that they didn't give him Nasus. It looks like he's been playing very well on Nasus. Just from his solo queue experiences.
They're going to
with
give
the three.
Riven Akshan.
Or are they giving Riven Gragas and Barbaric Akshan?
It is a curious question.
I think
overall, though, this game is for fun at this point. It's not going to change the standings. Conduit's punched their ticket to playoffs. They're now locked in, regardless of who wins this game or series.
all right, just run it down. Let's ARAM mid right here. Let's just the seedings is set, I believe.
Correct. With the win last game, Conduit is able to eliminate NRL.
Ultimate bravery right here. That's what's going on. I think that would be a great game to cast. Would be an ultimate bravery.
We did one last split. It was interesting. It was ultimate bravery in the Vishkar versus Soulkeeper match.
And we all know who won that.
Do we? I don't remember. Did I win that one?
I don't
forget.
know. I just know that if she did hear it, she would just jump up in this channel and yell at me. So
she says she
once we get a
did.
break.
So, which comp are you liking more?
I will say I like Protect the President comp with Conduit Prime, but I also like that we have the old Revive rune or Summoner spell back with Akshan. But I will say I think Conduit Prime has the easier game.
It is an easier one to execute. You have the Shin there to protect the Smolder. Siver's there kind of for the catch with her ult, but late game, Siver can also scale pretty well. I think this game is really going to be, can Riven on this Akshan make things happen early with the roaming?
Yeah, I mean, if you play Akshan, you know that you have to stick near walls, and Conduit Prime has to do a good job with warding. And I believe, don't quote me on this, so I'm pulling it up now. Oops, that's not it. I'm looking for my little cheat sheet. While I look for that, I think this game is going to have to come down to Conduit support with warding, because this will just, mainly with the pink wards, I think all of Prime has to make sure that they're buying pinks for the Akshan and placing them down in good spots.
I think it's a tough lane to gank though for Akshan. Melio Sivir, she has the spell shield. You're counting on Thresh to basically land a hook that is not going to get spell shielded, or I don't think you kill them.
Yeah, you're not. So if I'm Thresh, I'm telling my support to go somewhere else, because I know this lane is not fun.
I'm just thinking about where Riven has to be. Is he gonna gank the Shen?
I think you have to. I think that's the only real spot you can gank.
And then
And it looks,
see if Barbaric can juggle him. Can Barbaric, get the body slam, knock up barrels
yeah.
for Akshan
The,
to get the kill?
the other thing is the support for wards. TD Bless support is actually a little bit better at destroying wards than Conduit's Prime. And it also looks like, I didn't know this, but No Name has a 69 kill participation.
69%?
Yeah, 69%.
Yeah,
Very nice.
we've seen that here. No names involved in just about every play, even early. If there's action on the map happening, no name is there. So that has been something to really see.
I think after the split, Riven and No Name are just going to talk and be like, hey, listen, we can just take over the games together.
They would have to get on the same team.
Yeah, they would. I mean, not saying that Outrage would be a problem next split for them.
Well, Outrage will have to move up into Crusader.
That's if they win.
Nope.
It's not a. Oh, it's not even.
He has
nope.
to move. Yep.
Did he rank out?
No. He's got too many championships.
Ah. He's just too good for us.
Got in under the wire. But alright, we will catch up with you all in just a moment while we wait out the spectator delay. So game 3, Conduit versus TD Blessed. Game 3. Seeing a little bit of trading here. Riven deciding to go in.
Interesting. He has no one behind him. I'm shocked that he's going in, and Riven's blown flash again early.
Early flash. Emilio is able to cancel the back, but everybody will get to heal up. But we'll see if
Yeah,
No
that's
Name visits him within the first 5 minutes to punish him for that flash.
So I did have a chance to actually go a little bit over more into the side of the leaderboards. I did notice that Final Captain and XL or XIL both have, I think, top 5 CS per minute. Um, I'm gonna double check that. Yeah, 4 and 5. While Riven is number 8, and he's the only one on his team that averages a decent amount of CS per minute.
Riven has been extremely strong for Blessed to split.
Yeah, but can he keep it up? Can he keep? It looks like game 1 he was just the hard carry. Now game 2, because he couldn't get ahead, he wasn't able to do much. And it also looks like Amumu's pathing is gonna go for a 3 camp and try to gank mid, or he can gank top.
Yeah, it makes sense if he is looking at that mid. He's got to protect Akshan because that flash is still burned. And if I'm Zach, that's who I would be looking at right now.
I'm also really happy that they are going toward this. There's no way you can fool them 3 times in a row, correct?
That early gank from No Name.
Yeah. As you see, they did double ward, the pixie brush and tri bush.
They want to see Zach coming regardless of where he comes across.
Yep, and it looks like Shin's going in and kind of.
So we are seeing No Name. He is looking to punish Oxon for that flash and is coming in now.
Yeah, they did ping it. They did ping for this. Ooh.
Akshan holding the weave. Oh, really well played. Gets out. Stays to get a little bit of trade damage on. But yeah, Riven plays that patiently.
I mean, it's really shocking that we would see that Zach not start off with E. Even though that Aksha can get away, I'd rather just E in and then just hit a Q on a minion and just run up for the auto.
Yeah, to pull
get
him out.
Yeah. It's more guaranteed hit, but...
So Mumu is here. No vision from the side of Conduit to know that this is coming. There's the flash in from Psychology. Bandage toss lands. Zap lands. The great hook by Psychology. Surely this is first blood. Oh, it goes over to the Thresh.
That's still fine. It's not great, but it's okay. I will say that one hand did get the spell shield out of the Sever when he did the Zippy Zap.
Yeah, good spell shield out of the Zap. Like, if you're Sivir, you have to block that. Or you're going to get flayed by Thresh anyways. And then you have to hope to dodge the hook.
Yeah, they did a really good job of making that play work, and now, unfortunately, they just didn't want to push super hard. Now, Sivir can punish you. You have to take it back.
Turn gank,
and Riven's out.
And Riven's out again. Yeah, I think Drop Dead needed to stay down bot to push that wave in after the gank was successful. Clear the wave, this way you can get the reset.
And I will say that I understand why he wanted to give the solo XP or the duo XP and then the gold too. But I don't know if that's the right call. He's doing it again. He's going collector.
Very surprising to see the collector build come out again.
Exactly. You see it he doesn't do super hot game 1. Yes, you did go positive, and yes, you did have 10 kills. But you also did have somebody play
No
magic.
Name looking to go in here. Nope. Puts the safety back on. Decides not to jump on Riven.
Yeah. And also, NLE did 2-0 over NLR. So, I think now it's just, do you want to show your full strength right now as Conduit Prime? Or do you want to,
Really good hook by Psychology. Lands into the chompers. A lot of damage going on to Zac. Not going to get the kill. Trash Panda in a little bit of trouble. While Amumu is picking up the Void Grubs.
that's a great play by TD Blast. But what I was going to say is, do you, as Conduit Prime, you did have a great game last game. In game one, you did struggle a little bit, but you did play very well. The only reason you didn't win was just Ribbon's Garen. But now that you're this far ahead, or you're guaranteed playoffs now, the seeding doesn't matter. Do you want to show your true hand and show everybody how strong you truly are?
Yeah,
Or
I
do you
agree.
just
I
want
would probably be saving it at this point. If they already knew they were in, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think you don't show your true hand. I think you just kind of let the game play how the game's gonna play
Good
out.
engage from No Name here on the Zac. Silver Boomerangs flying out. Another big hook from Psychology lands. Jinx is 6, has the rocket if she goes for No Name, will pop the passive. Amumu's here on the side. But they've left the Jinx alone. They are able to clean up the Sivir. Zac's passive is popped. But no one's really with. Zac's going to get to respawn. Jinx couldn't finish it.
Doesn't look like Jinx was trying to finish it. It looks like Jinx just kind of
Alright,
walked
so
away.
they managed to get one of the kills over to Jinx.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
You gave a
not
kill
bad.
to Mumu.
We got a
Thresh
kill on
has 2
Momo,
kills.
and supports need gold too. But great hooks from Psychology on this Thresh. I haven't seen him on it, and it looks very comfortable on it.
Yeah, and it's the Mumu pick is also playing very well. Game 1, Drop Dead looked great on the Mumu, was able to get early objectives, and he's doing it again and getting great early objectives.
Yep.
We're at 9 minutes for the Dragon, which is decent, but you also got to remember he did get all 3 grubs and a gank bot lane.
Yes, Gankbot was successful, just like game 1, got 3 grubs and dragon.
Just like game 1. And
Yeah.
he's almost doubled the CS of Zac.
Again. So the No Name has spent a lot of time. He's gotten 2 ganks on the Riven here on this Akshan, but it hasn't paid off. Going for gank 3, is it here? No, Akshan's able to get away, doesn't quite get the ult on.
That's unfortunate. No Name did flash to try to even get him in the R, just guaranteed the kill.
Psychology, good flay. Max range Q out of Drop Dead. Another kill for bot lane. And they do get it onto the Jinx.
What we gotta say now is just pedal to the metal for TD Bless.
Trash Panda's fighting this very well. Akshan ult comes out, but doesn't look like he's gonna win this. Trash Panda is able to clean it up.
Yeah, the only reason
Fresh
that...
is here. Jinx ult.
Oh,
Oh! By a pixel.
yeah, and it looks like... Okay, I was gonna say Smolder might go in for a kill now, but Amumu does cover that. The only reason Riven dies there is because of the Shinar. It saved Trash Panda.
Yeah, Shinar was huge. Wasn't able to follow it up. It looked like it got canceled by Gragas.
The one thing that I will say, the one player that we haven't talked much about is Drop Dead. We did talk about how game 2 he did kill everybody with his R, and that was the game changer there. But
Did not look
game
comfortable on
1,
the J4.
yeah,
We saw the
game 1,
flash flag and drag that didn't quite pan out, but on the
game,
Amumu, he's looked fantastic.
yeah, very easy champion.
And
He would have
again,
hit
6 grubs, just like game 1.
5. J4 did get 1.
Did
still.
Zach get 1 this game?
Yes, Zach just got 1
Okay.
in that last one. And it's an
Drop
invade.
Dead is here off the invade. Good ult from Zach. Shen is here with the taunt. Mumu can't quite kick the lantern, and they do clean him up.
Yeah, they just greed there for 1 count. I think you should have just taken what you got and left. But a little greed from the cookie jar. Been too many hands in there.
But if that play works, Zach
game's
goes
over.
down terribly far. He loses the camp, dies again, and you look to seal this game with possibly a 3K lead at 12
Yeah.
minutes.
I will say that I think if that play does work, you need Gragas there. You need him to be there, and that should have been the call. Tell Gragas, hey, we're doing this. Because you win the 3v2.
Yes,
Or
Shin was
even that
back
3v3.
and made it in time, and was able to turn that. But I like the play. You know you're ahead, and you're trying to step on the gas. Really good. It's a good play. It's worth that risk, I think.
I think it is, but like I said, I guess I would have just played a little bit more safe and just asked for my top laner to be there.
No name's hanging around bot. Looks like he's wanted to really set up play for this dragon here. But full vision from Blessed.
Another player that has been playing very well is Rocky. Rocky played great game 1.
Good sidestep.
And he also played very good game 2, but this game he's looking a little more uncomfortable on the Enchanter. He did
Could
look
be a thresh
very...
gap. I know as a support main, I struggle personally into threshes. Riven, big trade onto the Smolder. But Zach is caught out here, and everybody's here for this dragon.
Yeah. Zach even blew
Psychology
R there,
lands
too.
another hook, tosses the lantern. This should be a dead Zach. There's the passive. Melee
Yep,
on
Shen-
Smolder doing what they can. The TP from Shen comes in to save the blob. Not enough. They are going to clean up the Amumu. Big ult coming out of Gragas. Killings up the Amumu. But Shen's next on the chopping block here with Riven. Can Smolder clean up Barbaric? Not quite. Flash Flay out of Psychology. Playing out of his mind on this Thresh.
Yeah. He's kind of the reason that Jinx is as strong as she is right now. It's only a 3k gold lead, but this game seems a lot more one-sided.
I think Conduit is winning these fights if Psychology isn't playing as well as he is. He saved 2 of them from dying there and made that whole play happen with the original hook onto the Zac in the brush.
Yeah. Yeah, he made the Zag kind of useless by making him burn R there. This Rift play that they have, they can just force it because No Name doesn't have passive. It was blown, and Jace has. I'm sorry. Trash Panda doesn't have TP to get back to this fight or to save anybody.
They've been playing this so well. Zac is just on the struggle bus. Almost doubled in CS against a Mumu. That feels awful.
Yeah. But it also looks like Gragas is struggling to get any type of farm against Shin.
Yep, there is a 30 CS lead. They now have him out of that lane though, so he's gonna play the 2v1.
And you're just gonna put him further and further behind on the CS. Oh, it looks like Riven is coming down here. It looks like he's gonna try to be a little sneaky.
Zach jumps in, they're looking for the 2v2. One hand in a lot of trouble. Those are tanks. Zach is able to clean up one hand off of that. Now Psychology in trouble. Mumu is finally here. Gonna see how much Psychology can dump. Sidesteps.
Ooh.
If he can take the lantern to save him. Oh, he wants the kill.
He took two with him. And Gragas lives too, and he's able to just kind of get mid farm. Good play by TD Blaz. They took what Conduit gave them. Especially coming out of a bad 2v2 to turn it around.
It's definitely a scary 2v2. You're very behind. Zach and Shen, a tank, was able to win a flat 2v2 into your Fed, Jinx, and Thresh.
Yeah, that fight for TD Blaz did not look like they knew exactly how they wanted to turn that fight. I guess they miscommunicated with the flash away. I think you just do a diagonal flash and let. I'm sorry, you walk diagonal, have Jinx actually walk forward towards the Shin because they're not gonna blow you up too fast. Well, you just walk away with the lantern. But we will come into the mid lane. It looks like a little of ARAMmy.
Yeah, Drop Dead ended up saving that top play once he finally got there. So it worked out for Bless, but I do agree. They probably just wanted to back out of that with the Thresh Lantern.
See, and this is another play that I'm very confused about, is why are we taking Rift Herald to crash mid when it's almost done? Like, yeah, you can
Good
get
Lantern
it.
out.
But at the same time, it's the tower's gone anyway. Just save the Rift.
Yeah, I
It was
think you were
up.
better off crashing that top to get that gold on Gragas and get Gragas something in this match.
Or even save it for the dragon fight that's coming up here shortly.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a
Dragon in a minute.
And that would have guaranteed you prio. But you get 2 towers, so not the end of the world. And you get a extra charge on the mid lane.
Yep, Bless still more or less in full control of this game. 5k in the gold. Make that 4. Counting's hard, math.
I remember talking about how conduits couldn't buy, or they needed pink wards for this auction. I don't see many wards placements from conduits for pink wards. I see one on Melio, but that's really it. And then Zach still has stealth wards and no sweeper. So they're just kind of okay with stepping on wards and not knowing.
Yeah, Zach is 10. Could upgrade that at any time.
He could have upgraded from level 1.
Very true. Q, Bandage Trash just misses onto Trash Panda. Not sure if that needed the flash. I don't know if that hit, but I respect it. You have to respect Psychology. He's been landing these hooks like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you got the flash out of Trash Panda, so I would say it's kind of still worth.
100% worth.
For flash. My support's death, or my support's flash for your flash, I'm taking that. And now they're just one dragon away from Soul. And it's 20 minutes.
Yes, the dragon stacking, like they're pretty much killing the dragons on spawn at this point.
At 25 minutes is when Dragon Soul will be up.
So
And if
Blessed
you're
is doing
Conduit-
everything you want to do against the scale team. They are putting foot on the gas. They are not letting them get to this late game. Let's see
Yeah.
Smolder stat count. 213. So Trash Panda's farming very well.
Yeah, I think he got actually a faster 200 than
Riven
last
did.
game.
Agreed. Trash Panda now winning this trade. On to the auction.
It does look like Akshan is going, I believe
Jinx Rocket
Collector?
goes just wide on Trash Panda. Does look like a collector is going to come out from auction at this point. And there it is.
So, and look at that. Jinx with Collector.
Collector
Apparently-
opportunity. And now we see an Executioners to deal with the Zac.
And it now looks like he's building into a Mortal Reminder. Which makes sense. You have Zac, so. But right now, this game is. You're 4K behind right now on Conduit. Oh, Smolder does have the Execute. Now, Moon just needs to either play around the Smolder and just picking Smolder immediately, and then your team focuses server.
Yeah, it
Or
looks
you
like
just
Blessed
focus
has the right idea. They're just hanging out, looking for a pick. They could win the team fight, but why throw the dice at this point? They have the pick comp. They can catch somebody, then Soul's going to look to be theirs in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's just the play. I think you handshake Baron for Soul. Because the
Yeah,
next-
especially for Infernal Soul.
Yeah. That way, when you hit Q on a Moo and his R, just blow you up.
Here's the pick we're looking for. They've been
Trash
setting
Panda
this up for
has
about
no R.
30 seconds. Riven taking a ton of damage. Barely survives a 2v1 with the Smolder thanks to Drop Dead.
Yep, but that did get out Jin's ulti too. So I think you have to get some type of lifesteal item on auction if you want to stay alive.
Barbaric
thinking
once again
Dwarf.
cancels the Shin ult so that Shin doesn't appear. So Bandage Toss and Hook both miss the stop that engage. Emilio gets him out. And the Sivir ult for the speed up. It does look like Barbaric has DC'd here. And props the finals just leaving him.
Oh, nope, the game is on pause. Nice sportsmanship. I
Love
like
to
that.
see that. Recognized he was DC, didn't take the kill. Well played,
Let's
final.
Be honest. Let's be honest. If that's anybody else, we're taking the kill.
Yeah. You're taking that kill every day of the week, aren't you?
Oh, big time. I'm behind. I'm annoyed. I'm behind. I'm taking the kill. All is fair in love and war, buddy. I will say this is getting late, and I will say last time I streamed late, my co-host fell asleep on me. And I got to hear him snore.
That is an excellent way to do a stream.
Exactly, especially casting too.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, sir, I will not fall asleep on you. I live on coffee and energy drinks.
Oh, well, thank you so much. But it does look like this game is not very news fest. It's very
It's starting to become
Microplay.
insurmountable.
yeah.
So here's going to be our soul fight. We've
Nice
reached a
safety
point
snap.
to where they head around. Smolder's off on the flank alone. Good ult across 4. Great Zac ult. But Smolder's fighting 3. Gets the first execute. One hand's pinched. Second execute from Smolder. And Conduit turning this triple for Smolder. Trash Panda going absolutely insane, turning that fight. Instead of securing Soul, well, no, I apologize. Drop Dead secured. I did not see who secured that dragon.
Yeah, drop dead.
It was not
wasn't
Smite,
Soul.
didn't look like. He did get it. Okay. Check the chat log. So, Drop Dead secured Soul. So, Conduit wins the fight after and should get now the Baron. So, great heads up play from Drop Zone. With all that going on, still secures Soul. Gragas looking to be a hero. Close.
Very close, but it looks like this game has gone over to Prime. Maybe did I speak too soon?
Maybe Smolder's here again. Lots of damage coming out. Zac secures the first. Akshan gets the Sivir with the ult. Re-engaged from a Mumu. Pops Zac passive. Riven's one hit if Smolder touches him. Revived the Gragas. Great sidestep and flight over the wall from Trash Panda.
And it looks like Gragas is TPing top, so it looks like they might try to do something. It's a little too
They
late.
wanted to dive. This is a dangerous TP from Shen.
Yes, but they still have tower.
They do, but
And
you
the
got
wave.
4.
Yes, but you also got the Smolder with TP.
Final goes back in. There's the knockback flay. Hook should be coming. Shen's gonna go down here.
No?
Great block off the W from the shield.
Yeah, even the R was thrown by Jinx. I guess was a little too early. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, execute damage wasn't quite there. Very close range, so it doesn't get that bonus speed up damage.
Yeah, that was the only way that they were going to be able to kill there. But this game is, like I said, kind of swinging still in the Prime's pocket.
Yeah, Prime has pulled this gold lead back. Now it is just 2k. And it drops to 900. So, 5k gold swing.
Yeah, in like 10 minutes, 5k has, well, if you really want to think about it, they gained 10k in 5 minutes in gold.
Pretty much, they got a couple shutdowns off that soul fight.
Yeah, on the Jinx and Akshan.
So now we should see the next fight really around 2 minutes, unless there's a pick over the Elder. So
Yeah,
I like the idea by Blessed hanging out till Soul. Didn't quite pan out.
So I think what's gonna happen here is they're gonna fight for Elder, and somehow after this Elder fight, which is in about
Minute 50.
minute 50, you're gonna have Akshan just be able to get the resets that you need, and just get able Gragas to TP back in for a tower. I'm thinking they're gonna end through mid. That is what I'm calling, and it's gonna go over to TD Bless.
Yeah, Drop Dead's been playing these fights well enough, and the objectives. Like, really hasn't lost an objective most of this series. So if you're Blessed, you got to be feeling confident that once Elder spawns here in the next minute, like, you know that's yours.
Yeah, and you have
Gold is negligible
still-
with Sivir, 3 items. Exact power spike, what you need if you're Conduit at the right time.
the only thing. Ooh, I like the Momo item. He bought a Knight's Vow, but he claimed it on Jinx. Very nice.
It is on the Jinx.
Oh, it does also show that Gragas does have Seekers, so he is able to stay go golden in this fight.
Engage coming out from the Zac, pops the ult, separates the fight. But they're on to Trash Panda. Shen ult comes out to save him. Trash Panda's down. That is the majority of damage from Conduit. And they are looking to clean up Zac off the back end. And they do dive the
go through
Sivir.
bot. Yeah, they just go through bot here and just end the game. Oh, no, they're just gonna tank it.
So they have Grubbies.
Yeah, I guess that's game.
The Grubbies, they got the 5 Grubs from Drop Dead early on, which is making this work.
Yeah, this is game right here.
So to get Inhab, yeah, still 18 seconds. They have time to end this.
I think you have the Jinx passive, yeah. Oh, they stopped the Shen E flash to the Jinx.
So Shen is there. Shen's locked up. Both towers down. Nexus
That
is the focus. And
very
Blessed
good game.
is going to take
Blessed.
this 2-1 over Conduit.
I will say, I gotta get going. Casting with you, Soul.
Yes. Was a lot of fun. Thank you for the games, Taco. It was great.
Thanks for having me.
You have a wonderful night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'll give you guys a quick rundown on Sentinel for playoff picture now that we know everything that's coming out. So play-ins next week. NLE Valkyries will face Conduit Prime. TD Blessed will face RAR. So that is week 1 Sentinel playoffs. The winner of NLE Valkyries versus Conduit Prime will face Angie in the semifinals. The winner of Blessed versus RAR will face Braum Lives Matter. As always, thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Enjoyed the games. And we will see you tomorrow for Crusader. We have Crusader's first round of play-ins. So we will see you then. Thank you all. Have a great night.